Hello everyone, and welcome to my postpartum, I guess. I'm sorry that it took me such a long time to get it to record this video, but being a new mom, you know, it's very time consuming, and this is the only time I've really had to actually sit down and record a video. But I had my baby girl on March 15th. She was born at 6:01 at night. On the 14th of March at like around 9 p.m. my water broke. Part way, not all the way, only like halfway. And then around 2 in the morning I started having contractions. And then I checked into the hospital around 5 a.m. and then I was in labor for another 12 hours after that. The doctor had to break my water the rest of the way. And my husband was there with me, my grandmother was there with me, and his mother was there throughout the whole time with me. And the pain wasn't too bad. It was easy to tolerate until I was about 5-6 centimeters dilated, but I wasn't dilated enough to get an epidural yet. So I asked for this pain medication that they inject into your IV, which works immediately. It doesn't take the pain away. It just makes it more tolerable. And it also makes you really, really sleepy, too. So I slept pretty much the rest of the time after I got the shot. Waking up here and there. Mostly when the doctor would come in to check me. And then after I was about 7 centimeters, they finally gave me my epidural, but I had to be still while they injected me. But the whole time that they were cleaning off my back and putting the thing on there so they could find a spot to put the needle in my back, I was having contractions, so it was really hard to stay still. So they had my husband stand in front of me, kind of hold my shoulders and try to help me be still. I pushed for an hour. Starting at like 5, I pushed for exactly an hour, and then she was born. And she was born with a lot of hair. She was 7 pounds and 5 ounces, 19 inches long. She didn't have any problems, perfectly healthy. She had a little bit of a fever when she was born, but other than that, she was good. We stayed in the hospital for 2 days because I had a pretty high fever throughout my labor. They wanted to make sure the baby was okay, so they had to stay for an extra day. My husband cried when she was born. It was so cute. After she was born, the day after she was born, the rest of his family came down to see her. Mine couldn't because they were all sick, and they didn't want to come and get around the baby and make her sick, so they didn't get to see her until later. She's already had 2 doctor's appointments since she was born, one at 4 weeks and then one at 6 weeks. Her last appointment was last week. She now weighs 9 pounds and she's 23 inches long now. And before I show her to you guys, I want to specify that I am well aware that she is not supposed to be doing all the things that she's doing for her age. She's not supposed to be able to do any of the stuff that she does until she's 3 months old. But she was born doing all of this stuff. And what I mean by that is she was born being able to hold up her head. Most babies cannot hold up their head until they're 3 months of age. But she was born being able to hold her head up. And she already smiles and coos and she giggles. And she's very strong. She can already scoot herself across her bed. She'll be in the middle of the bed, and then by the time she gets up in the morning, she will be at the foot of the bed. She kicks her legs and scoots across the ground. So we think she's going to be an early crawler. The doctor even says she's a really strong baby because she holds her head up and she can, if you hold her hands and she pushes on her feet, she can stand up a little bit. If you put her behind a pillow, she can hold herself up for quite a while before she falls over. So we think she's going to be a real genius baby because she's ahead of where most babies are at her age. And she's getting eager to meet you guys. I'm going to go ahead and show her to you now. This is little Cherokee. She's 7 weeks today. It's her bedtime, so she's a little grouchy. But she's a very good baby. She's very sweet. Most of the time. She's not always sweet, but 95% of the time she's sweet. She's very easy. Since when we brought her home from the hospital, even when she was in the hospital, she would sleep for a good 5 to 6 hours before she would wake up. And she still does that. Sometimes she sleeps a little longer than 6 hours. Sometimes she can go a whole 8 hours. And she drinks 4 ounces of formula. She didn't really take to breastfeeding, which doesn't really bother me because I didn't really want to breastfeed her. I tried it in the hospital. She didn't really take to it. She didn't really care for it, but she has brown hair with a little bit of a red tint to it. When she's out in the sunlight, you can see red in her hair. And her eye color is kind of a mixture of green and brown, kind of a greenish brown color. I don't know if they'll change anymore. They were blue when she was born. She doesn't really care for baths too much. She whines quite a bit, which I actually have a video of her nighttime routine for you guys that I will upload later. But she's getting better at baths. She don't cry nearly as much as she did. She's getting better at the diaper change thing too. She hates her diaper being changed, but she will not cry. The only time she cries is when she's either sleepy or hungry. Every other time she does not cry. She don't cry with a dirty diaper, if she's not wearing any clothes, if she's cold or hot. She won't cry. She only cries when she's hungry or tired. And she's half Hispanic, for those of you who didn't know that Diego is Hispanic. Just because his name Diego doesn't mean he's automatically Hispanic, but to answer y'all's question, he's Hispanic. Full-blood Hispanic. And I'm like part Indian, and the rest of it is like Caucasian. So she does have Indian in her too. Hence where the name Cherokee Moon came from. That's her name, Cherokee Moon. I also have a tour of her nursery. But I'm going to have to refilm that because I rearranged her nursery since I filmed that video. So I'm going to have to film it again. But for the most part, she's a really good baby, and she's small. Most of her newborn clothes don't fit her. She wears like 0 to 3 months, and almost every single thing that she owns is too big for her. She's still in newborn diapers, and she's almost 2 months old, and she's still wearing newborn diapers. She likes pacifiers, but she really only uses the pacifier when she sleeps at night. Even though she'll be awake in her crib, she won't cry unless she's hungry. As long as she has a pacifier in her mouth, she's usually fine. Sometimes she falls back asleep, so she could be in her bed for a long time and you won't even know that she's awake. Yep. You never know that you can love somebody so much until you have a baby. give you guys one more look at her, because I got it in the video pretty soon, so I can put this one to bed. And she can hold her head up for a while, but she can't hold it up the whole time. That's why it just falls down, because she still don't have all the head strength yet. But she can hold it up for a little while, and then it just falls back. Anyway, this is going to conclude it for the video. This is my labor and delivery. And 7 weeks postpartum, I guess. And this is little Cherokee. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye.